Hello, hello. Welcome back. It's been a little while. There's been a bit of traveling, there's been a bit of mayhem. And as you might be able to hear, I've sort of got a little bit of a sinus infection thing, which is screwing with my voice. So, forgive me now. Today, it's coming up to Christmas, so, and I've done what you've seen me do of Christmas cards on my channel is the only Christmas cards I've done, which is not good, but I did have some stacked up from last year, so today I'm going to use this Merry Little Christmas. I've actually already set up what we're doing because I had no mojo. So this is the left cut. So I thought I'd quickly show you all this. This is really pretty. So it's all a little woodland type of thing. I mean, it is Australian, and we don't have squirrels. We don't have, I don't think we've got cardinals. And we most certainly do not, oh, that's pretty green. We most certainly do not have, there it is. Well, we have deers. We do have deers. I tell a lie. We do have deers. Not, like, sort of, I'm in Melbourne, in Victoria. If I head over to, if you're looking at the map over to the left, there is South Australia, and between that area I've travelled from South Australia to Victoria, and in that area we do get deer. I don't know where else, probably do. I was sort of thinking along the lines of, for some reason, moose, but it's not. We don't get as much as American peeps do, but we do have some, but we definitely don't get squirrels. As I said, I don't know about cardinals, but there's really pretty papers on that one, and as I said, double-sided. So we're going to use a couple of those, and I thought I'd pre-organise what I'm doing because there's no one home. This I've also pre-cut out. These are the embossed ones. So there's a little bit, and there's probably not going to be, oh, you can sort of see there's a little bit shiny. So there's a little bit of texture in the images, like on the flames and the berries and that sort of stuff. So this is why I thought we don't have that I know of. Disclaimer, that I know of, and I don't know everything, so you know, but these are really pretty. So a bit of a mixture. So we're going to make 3 cards today, and they all have, like, that bow has a little bit on the bottom of the ribbons and a little bit of glossiness, a bit of yumminess. Owls. So these are still available in the shop, so you know, you can work on next year's card, because I tend to do that because I start doing it late because Christmas season is crazy season. So you know, these come in 4 sheets of A5, which for us, A5 is different for us. A3 is bigger, and then you've got A4. We don't do the document size that American peeps do, but these are A5, so half of an A4. They come in sheets and you just pop them out, and they have little perforations that you can just tidy up a little bit, and off you go. Anywho, let's get started. The other thing I'm going to use, if I can get it out, let's put that over there. Christmas. Now I've had this for quite a few years. I've used this in classes. I've used this everywhere. So you get 2 of each design, so 6 different designs, and I just chop them up. So I still have, there's 2 sheets over here that I haven't put in because I think I'll use that for another card. So I've still got, getting down now, 3 full sheets and lots of little other bits and pieces. Oh well, 4 sheets, 5 sheets, because I can't count. 5 sheets, and I'm still getting through it. I will double check these were still available last time I used it, which was only, I don't know, last month? Did I use it last month? I don't know, but last time I checked not very long ago it was still around, so very much worth your money, these ones. There's actually some other ones now too that are foiled, I think, and there's a couple of different packs. There's a birthday one and there is a Christmassy one with Christmas wishes, so all very worthwhile in spending your money. The other thing we're going to use is this lots of rectangles, and I'm thinking, so the first card that we're going to use, I thought we'd use this little baby. So this is a full card front, so there's going to be no gap around this, which is fine. So it's not really going to, it's going to maybe cut a teeny tiny bit off around the edges, but it's going to leave us with this design. Excuse me while I clear my throat. Yeah, so I might cut it a little bit off, roam around the corners. So let me do that. I'm also going to, I've got a strip of red paper, some of this, and we're going to, oops, cut that out. So I will be right back for that. Okay, so it cut a tiny bit off around the edges, which, as I said, no big deal. You just got to make sure it's nice and round, like, the word's gone, centered, okay? Then I've also cut a strip of this, and I was thinking of putting it just down the edge, or should I put it in the middle? So this one is going to be a really simple little card, so you could easily knock out quite a few. I'm going to tidy up that little gooby. There we go. And that's what you get with little die cuts. Just every now and then, you know, you get a little bit of the perforation that you need to tidy up. So even that's really pretty. But I think it's just going to be a little bit too in your face. Like, hello, look at me. So, I think I'll paste this down the center. I want to do it, and because it's, even though I've only cut, a bit of glue. Even though I've cut just a 4 centimeter strip, I know it's going to fit because we've, like, it's width, but then I had to take a little bit off the edge. So that's that. It's probably a little bit over too far, but I'm happy with that. This one, let's get the Christmas out. So this one I was just thinking, use some of these smaller ones. Now you've got little itty bitty titty ones, little itty bitty ones, but I'm thinking, which I haven't done too much thinking, no, maybe this one. I think I need the black. I think white's going to be, oh, we'll tidy him up a little bit. I'm thinking to raise him up and have a black one, because there's too much white. Too much white. So I want to do more of these ones, but especially with the colouring videos, you can't do it, it's too hard. People do it and then they speed it up and they put music on it, but I don't know. After all these years, I'm still learning, which is fine. Do I want a really thin one, or do I want a bit of a bigger one? So I mean, I don't usually do this sort of area, but you know, the boys are getting bigger. Well, they're huge. Let's put it that way. They're huge. All my boys are taller than me, which is disgusting. Bless their cotton socks. Love them to death. Is that going to be too thin? I have a funny feeling it's going to be too thin. So, let's do this. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay. Let's clean up some of this mess, because I have a lot. So, I'm going to... Let's just trim off that very edge, because it's just a teeny tiny tidge to, like, you can see some of the white. I mean, I'm going to fix that, but a little bit too much white. So I've got a memento marker here, and I'm just going to go around the edges just to finish off. Make sure you go from behind with your pen, because if you slip, and I'll show you in a minute because I actually have. It's not so much of a big deal with these ones, of course, but it's a good habit to be in, to make sure that you go from the back, because if you had an image that you die cut out, can you see that? I've got black on the back of it. So if you had an image that you die cut out or something, I'd be crying right now. Let's put it that way. I would be crying. So we're going to keep him very, very simple. I'm going to use a little bit of foam. What I might do, I have any doubles up? Yes. So I've got some foam here that's already doubled up. And we're just going to cut him up a little bit. So we'll take this side off. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll have one side that's exposed with the stickiness exposed and the other side not. And that way, because this stuff, once it's down, it's well and truly stuck down well. And I'm just looking at my deer. Now the reef, the reef is not even. But in my head, if the deer is sort of centered, it will be all right in my head. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, otherwise, it's, because this is the bigger portion for me, and we're going to put some little bling because, you know, it's me. Put a little bit of clear drops or something on it, because that's what I do. It wouldn't be my card if it didn't have some clear drops, you know, on it at the moment. Really, I've been like this for a couple of years, I think. Time goes really fast. So while I do that, to put this on, I've just been away. I've been on holidays. We went away celebrating a birthday. That's a scary thought, because it was a bit of an O birthday. Get my drift? So we went away. So the boys stayed home. I mean, there's only 2 boys left at home these days. They stayed at home, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this just to... because Liam he would have been doing exams, not would have, was. He was doing exams. Aiden is 21. Jimmy James, I call him Jimmy James or Jimmy or Jay, but he doesn't live at home anymore, so you know, I just want to get up in there, but not. Straighten that up. Not too much to hide anything. Yeah, so James doesn't live at home, so, you know, he was not in the running at all. And we decided to go for a cruise. We decided that we were going to go to Fiji. Oops, that's too much. Don't need that much. And we decided a couple of years ago that we're going to go for a cruise. And we decided in the end, because my sister-in-law was talking a lot about cruises, to bite the bullet and just go for a cruise, because get over, mister. There we go. Because, you know, it's they're very big. This one's not getting over either. Thank you. They're very big in the sense of popular. And I'm seeing why. Because we loved it. Everything is included. If you get a drinks package, your drinks are included. Tea, coffee, all that sort of stuff. And we went with the Princess Cruise Line. Get over, dude. And they, I don't know when it came out, but they're introducing this medallion thing, which, come on. My hand's shaking a little bit because it has issues. It doesn't play nice, basically, when I'm trying to squeeze one and find things, because, you know, I'm getting old. I'm nearly 50. That was what the big birthday was. And they give you a medallion, which is on a lanyard thing, and then that's going to go on there, but I put that on before, so we'll do that at the end. So that's card number 1. Clean, simple, nice. Okay, so they have this medallion that you wear around your neck, or you can buy extra little bits and pieces. Like some people have silver bracelets. We'll put that aside because I'll probably use it again. Silver little bracelets, or like Garmin watch bands, whether fabric or rubber. And they basically, it gives you access to everything. So when you get off at a port, you scan your little medallion, so you're scanning off the boat. When you come back, you scan your medallion so that you know you're back on the boat. If you're traveling with other people, you can keep track of where they are. This one, we'll come back to that in a minute. This one, we've used this other rectangle, which has got, I don't know, like little footprints, so to speak. So just little ones on that one. I've got a strip of the wood cardstock, and what we're going to do is put some tape around the edge of it, and going to raise it up. So I will be back in a minute with that one. Okay, so I'll cut this down a little bit just to be a tiny tidge smaller than my frame. And then I've got a little card and all, and I've got some trees out of that same pack, the Merry Little Christmas. My thought is to have the Christmas trees sort of behind, and then have this one in front, maybe raised up a tiny little bit. Hang on a sec. So I'm going to put this just in the front. I'm going to put it up high in case I need to tuck this under a little bit. It's got a little bit of, just going to run my fingernail off there. There's a little bit of fibres on there around the frame, so we can tidy those up. Okay, I think these, we'll just put these flat, I think. Just flat. A little bit down there just so he sticks. Yeah, so we went, I'm going to trim him off a little bit, I think. We went on the cruise, so we went to Fiji. We went to Mystery Island first. Unfortunately, we did have a little bit of a cyclone come through and 2 of our Fiji islands got, let's move him down a little bit, got cancelled, but that's okay because, you know, it's all good in the hood. They sent us over to Noumea for, actually, did you know, I've always said Noumea, but they actually pronounce it Noumea, I think because it's got the little hypheny thing above the E. But anywho, Noumea. I'd like to, if people, that's what people call it, like everyone goes Melbourne, especially American peeps, but it's actually Melbourne. And I'm not precious about it, but I do like to pronounce things the way, or try to pronounce things the way the locals do. So forgive me if I don't pronounce it properly, but you know, it's all good. So yeah, we had 2 days in Noumea, and that's not the sticky bit, which was lovely. I did, after, they can't go into the normal port for commercial ships, so they actually go into the cargo area, so you've got to be bussed in and out basically. And I'm just going to trim him off. He might be a little bit odd angle, but that's okay, it doesn't matter, just to make sure he doesn't stick out. So they bus you in, and then so after 8 o'clock they actually, I stuck the wrong one down. Twit. That's alright, we'll make two. I think that will be fine. Will it? What if we do 4 at the back? Or can I just do that? So after 7 o'clock they actually took you to Lemon Bay. I don't think I mind that. That's alright. We're working with it. We're not redoing anything, but we're working with it. So they actually bus you to Lemon Bay, which has got all the lots of restaurants and you know, you can walk along the beach and all that sort of stuff. You're not allowed to swim at Lemon Bay because they've had some shark attacks. And they're putting up the netting and all that sort of stuff. I can live with that. That's all right. Yeah, so that was lovely. Went on they call it the choo-choo train. And legit, that's what they call it. So it's almost like a train, but it drives on the road. It goes up to a point and you can get a good look around. Now I may have put too much foam on for this little birdie, but that's okay. He's not going to hurt anyone. What else did I do? We went and saw their flightless bird. So it's like a, just a tiny bit, like a kiwi for the New Zealand peeps. I never quite realised that it was quite so big, including the kiwi bird, or kiwi, whatever they call it. I don't know whether they would go kiwi, because the koala bear is not a koala bear, it's koala, it's just a koala. So is it a kiwi or is it a kiwi bird? I don't know. I like that. I like that. So let's get this out again. I think this one needs one of the smaller little quotes. So let's see what I've got. Oh, there's a Merry Christmas right there. He might do just fine. So we might get away with just sticking him down. So yeah, leave a comment below and tell me if it's a kiwi bird or just a kiwi. I think it's just a kiwi. Pretty sure it's just a kiwi. Aha, there we go. And I'm not going to pronounce the bird in New Mao because I'm probably going to kill the pronunciation, but it's really quite big too. I had no idea. And they had some white, just got to hold my mouth straight. They had some white peacocks, and I always thought a peacock, when it splayed out, it was like, back the truck up, people, back up, because you're in my zone. But someone was telling me yesterday, it was actually like, I like you a lot. So it walked down through, it has sort of a seating area which is leveled, different level sort of thing, you know what I mean? And it walked down through that, turned around, looked at me straight, and just sprayed, like, you know what I mean, like just open up right in front of me. And I'm like, okay, you can just stay there, dude. I'm not intimidated by you. And then it starts to do its little shimmer and everything else. I'm like, yeah, you can do that if you wish, but I need to trim that off a little bit. But beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, well worth it, I think. That's a little bit short, but that's all right. It's going to have a little bit of dimension and a little bit of support, even if it's down a little bit lower. So this is the other one. Just got to make sure. Excuse my head. I think I still want some blingage. I can't help myself. Yeah, and then we had another 2 days, I think, coming back to Sydney. Waves were pretty good. I do get a little bit of seasickness, but nothing a tablet and turn over. Nothing a tablet and a bit of stationary. Being stationary helped me a lot. It just didn't really cause me too much of a grief. Which is good, you know, you don't want to be sick. I don't like you there, I want you up here, I think. I'm having issues with blingage today, clearly, and I've lost this one underneath. Where is it? He's probably stuck to a thing, so he wasn't behaving himself anyway, so let's do another one. And of course you're going to behave, so that needs to be lower. Well, that needs to be down here, I think. That's a bit better. Yeah, so highly worthwhile. There is so much food. Oh my goodness. So many places to eat. The Medallion, you have an app and you can just go, you know what, I would like some food. And you go into the app and you order whatever you want. Get off there. You're not behaving. All right. And you have to sort of commit to being in the same area for like 35 to 40 minutes, but it doesn't take that long. It does not, definitely does not take that as long as that. See, this hand works a lot better. And if you're traveling with people, you can find them. Or if you meet some new friends, you can go through and add them and see where they are and go and catch up with them. So that was really fun. It rained and rained and rained in Suva. Nothing like downpour, but you know, we were very drenched by the end of it. But it was still warm and it was still beautiful. So it was gorgeous. So that is card number 2. This is going to be a long video, but we knew that before. Card number 2, all done. These will clear out. So the lucky last one I've got some panels here that I've already cut up. This card is a 160 millimeter, so 16 centimeter by 16 centimeter. And I've just got some squares. And now I just eyeball these. I don't tend to measure too much. I know my other measurements for my card fronts with a normal card bases, only because people do like to know, and I get that. But this is me. This is what I do. I don't do measurements. So, you know. Now, I just eyeball it. If it needs a little bit of smushing and fixing up, then that's so be it. So I would highly recommend a cruise to you all. Everyone is super nice. We saw quite a few, we saw some comedians. I think I went it that way. Well, we saw one comedian. He was, I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't the world's best. But he was better the second time. The second time we saw him, he was a lot better. The funny thing I saw was the actual culinary demonstration between the head chef and the guy that looks after all the people, like all the wait staff and all that sort of stuff. A lot of slapstick comedy. It was a lot of slapstick comedy, you know, like put too much curry in something and then promptly get the waiter to test it, and then he goes off, he collapses, then he goes off, and then he comes back with toilet paper hanging out of his back of his trousers, you know, that sort of slapstick comedy. But so good, so good. You know, who doesn't like a little bit of slapstick? Honestly, we're just going to trim that off, I think. I don't think we need him quite so big. I don't think we need him still quite so big. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that was the best thing. The shows were awesome. They really do well. Yes, so go and give it a try. Go and give it a crack. I mean, it's really is. I've heard stories of people who can't really afford like a retirement village or a nursing home sort of thing, and they actually book just cruises. I don't know if it's true or not, but I could see how that would be because everything's taken care of. You know, you could go up to the buffet and get something, or you can go to the other meals area, or there's even next level up dining things. Put him there. So this one, got to make sure he's a bit straight. Yes, so it was good. It was good. There was, COVID is still around, people. I'm not scared of getting sick, but COVID is still around, and people do not do what they're supposed to do. Let's just put it that way. So we're going to stick that down there, I think. We'll stick that down. I want to sort of cover that corner, I think. But still highly worth it. Still highly worth it. I would definitely say do it. If you ever get a chance or ever decide you want to do it, people, because it is awesome. It's so good. Oh, gotta take the lid off. So there will be more cruises involved, I think, at some point, but probably not until my cousin has just announced she's getting married. So there'll be a trip to England probably in a couple of years, I think. She's given me a couple of years to actually, you know, like save up the money and all that sort of stuff. I think I want that there. Well, let's take that one off. Which I appreciate because, you know, I've seen a lot of England, whereas my husband has not, because I do have family there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we'll put him, make sure I'm still on the screen. So after that, they'll be planning for another cruise, I think. Where should we put that? Where should we put that? There. Yep. I think we'll tuck that down that way. So I'm just sort of trying to fill in some of that brown area, and then what we're going to do is, sorry, I'm just thinking, because I want that to sort of sit like that a little bit. So we're still going to see a little bit, which is fine. Now I think we will raise him up. So I've basically got to stay away from the edges. So yeah, if you've done a cruise, where would you recommend that I'd go? There's lots of cruises that we want to do. We also want to come back to America, which I think I've said before. We want to see more of the States. My husband, this is a situation where my husband has seen a lot and I haven't seen a lot. I've seen bits and pieces because, again, I've got family there, but I haven't seen an awful lot, and I'd like to see more of the wonderful country because it's beautiful. Whereas England, I've seen a lot more than my husband has, because I've been there 2 times now. One was for about 6 weeks. Or 3 times. I tell a lie. Sorry, I tell a lie. One was for about 6 weeks when I was about 16 for my uncle's wedding, because he's not that much older than me. It's his birthday today, actually. And then, no, I want it like that. And then I went back when I was 24 or something, and worked there and did all that sort of fun stuff. And then, is it too big? Is that too big? I don't think so. And then I went back briefly when I got married as a stopover, and took my husband, and he met my aunts, and we had our wedding blessed in Gloucester Cathedral, because my uncle was, sorry, I'm just concentrating here. My uncle was, what was he? He was heavily involved in that. I think I want that raised up too. He worked in the cathedral. He was, I don't know whether he was an usher or no, he wasn't an usher. I don't know what they're called, a tour guide or what it was. I don't know. But it meant we were able to get our marriage blessed, which was important to me because family's there. My great uncle, he's now long past. But you know, he was there, and he got to go to the ceremony. And it was just a little blessing, that was all. But in a beautiful, great big cathedral. It was gorgeous. So we're nearly at the end. So why are you, you gotta move, dude. How's that look? Let's get my ruler out. So this is the last. It's been a bit of a long video, this one, but I thought it might be fun. Something a little bit different, something a little bit fun. Yes, I'm still going to put my crystals on it. I'm still going to fight with these suckers. That's not crystal. I think we'll just do a couple. But again, I'll fight with them to get them to turn over. I had him turned over. There we go. Put one there. So I hope you liked my video today. If you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. You have no idea how much helpful that is. Honestly, I don't really know the full extent of it either, but I can't find my jewel picker. It is really super, I really seriously can't find my jewel picker. I don't know. Let's just try and do this with my finger. It really does help the channel and sort of tells the algorithm that it's not a bad channel. So that is card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3 for today. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for putting up with me for all this time. It's going to be a long video, but take care, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.